Hi, this is Mouth Catskos, and I am going to be reviewing menu 23, or pizza slice pepperoni. So let's get started. Let's see how this tastes. This is probably the most anticipated MRE in the history of MREs. So, I've been curious, and from what I've seen, it has some of the best menu items in here. I mean, supposedly, you can open these up by hand. You can. It's just always easier with a knife. My trusty knife. Just going to dump all this stuff out and then go over what's inside. My SOG automatic knife. Alright, so we have, this is the actual pepperoni pizza with cheese and sauce. There's not a lot in there. If you think about like a normal Domino's slice, Pizza Hut, this is going to be smaller than that. Looks probably about the same size as what you would get in elementary school on pizza day with the square pizza. We'll find out if it looks any bigger once we get it open. We have a beverage bag for a hot beverage. Our accessory bag. Our warmer. We'll actually go ahead and get this one. Get the pizza in the warmer, and like I said, it's supposed to be open by fingers. Your trusty knife is always better for any of this stuff. The Army doesn't know apparently how to make things easily openable. They want you out on the battlefield grunting and straining to get this stuff open. So first thing I'm noticing is that the pizza itself doesn't want to fit into the heater unless you hold the sides down. It's not really an issue. I don't care. We'll make sure we don't have anything else to heat up before we put the water in. Oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. Now this sounds absolutely delicious. I don't know if I've had that. I don't know if that's a new item or not. And then the cherry blueberry cobbler. This was available in other MREs previously. It is absolutely delicious. It's one of the more sought after ingredients. You get your cheese spread with jalapenos, also sought after ingredient. Pretty sure that you can trade the cheese spread with jalapenos for cherry cobbler. That's like how much people like this stuff. Bacon is also a good cheese spread, or just cheese spread. Most people I know like the cheese over the peanut butter. Peanut butter tastes kind of generic. The cheese, I guess, is also generic, but we're soldiers out in the field, so we'll take what we can get. Chocolate protein drink powder. This is not for the hot beverage bag, so I'm assuming there's something in here. Coffee, which most people wouldn't use the hot beverage bag, or I don't know why we get the hot beverage bag. And Italian breadsticks. Alright, so I definitely want the cobbler in the heater with the pizza, so I want both of those warming up. Cookie, if there wasn't other stuff that was heating up, you could throw the cookie in there so you had like a nice oven warm cookie. Little tricks you learn. I probably should have tested it cold, because anytime I was in an infantry unit, well, and there you go. That sucks. This is what you get. I guess I'm testing it cold. American ingenuity. Your MRE just failed. So did my light. So did my light. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so we're eating this baby cold. Let's do this. Cold pizza? Yes, please. That opened up nice. And yep, comes out a nice little square. I got the corner piece. I guess I'm lucky. Get that extra crust. I don't know. I bet they make it in a square so it's all corner piece, but I think I'm lucky. Let's try some cold pizza. So if you've had the breadsticks from other MREs, the pizza dough has that breadstick taste, which, you know, it's got that little bit of a sourdough type flavor to it. It's not great, it's not bad. I don't really taste a lot of sauce, but I imagine that's probably where they couldn't put a lot of sauce on there to keep it from becoming soggy. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely edible. I will hand it to my daughter that does not want to be on screen, but is a teenager, to get her judgment.
It looks terrible.
You know, it might be better warm, but again,
The bread is nasty.
the
The bread is so nasty.
okay, so she says the bread is nasty, which fair enough. Bread is, like I said, it's like the breadsticks that come in other MREs. I do wish that it was warm. I think it would be a little bit better. But the reason the cheese is so valuable, and you can trade cheese for desserts fairly easily, is because the cheese makes everything better. So let's see if that actually helps. Yeah. But you do get Italian breadsticks in this, which is kind of really carving you up, right? I don't really see the necessary of having the pizza built on the base of the Italian breadsticks and having the Italian breadsticks in the MRE. But I guess they're trying to reach that calorie threshold with these so that, you know, you have one MRE, one hot meal a day, and you're good. Or that you can stretch the MRE over 3 meals a day. Which I know nobody that does that. And literally what happens is the MRE gets eaten 3 times a day when people are out in the field, and it's way over the caloric content that they need, and they end up people gain weight when they go to the field, strangely enough, you know, eating 9,000 calories a day. You get your trusty matches, less useful, less people smoke now, more people vape. Maybe, you know, put a vape battery in there now, I guess. Creamer, but I don't drink coffee. And coffee, but I don't drink coffee. Moist towelette, which everybody uses. That's your little joy at the end of the MRE, where some people use it before their MRE if they're afraid of getting germs. Your toilet paper, I always keep this, keep them in my cargo pocket, because you never know when nature's going to call and when you're going to need it. You get salt and sugar. If you're adding salt to MREs, you probably are going to have high blood pressure. And you get your chiclets, which aren't great, but everybody eats them. So they're going to continue to be part of the MRE for a long time, I imagine. Again, I didn't seem to get a hot beverage, so I'm not sure why I have the hot beverage bag. What a lot of people will do with that hot beverage bag is they'll use it to put their notebooks in, or their wallet, so that their wallet and notebook does not get wet. It's perfectly sized for that. Actually, like heating up water in this thing would again require the use of the busted MRE heater. What the heck? This was developed at the Natick Soldier Center, which is just right down the road from my house. I've actually been there a few times to get ID cards and whatnot made. So it's a pretty small post, mostly scientists with some military people there to support them and test things. They usually do a pretty good job. And I mean, like I said, this is definitely edible. You want to try it with cheese, Ashley? It's better with the cheese. I imagine it's better if it's hot. If I would have had another MRE heater, I would have heated it up just so we would have known. Trash goes back into your MRE bag, and for whatever reason, trash is always more than what you took out. So the pizza's gone. Entirely edible. To be honest, I was expecting just a little bit more. A little bit more flavor. A little bit less dryness. But people are going to be fighting for that one. And then the Italian breadsticks, so just more pizza, just without sauce. So if you like plain pizza, you can get the pizza MRE, and you can trade the Italian breadsticks. These have herbs and spices, actually.
Always so
Probably not gonna finish these because just gonna. Actually, it's a little different. I mean, it still has that sour aftertaste to it, but the little herbs and stuff that they put in this, it's not bad. I think they would have made if they would have used the exact same recipe for the pizza dough, I think it probably wouldn't have made the pizza any worse. Who knows? I'm gonna put these to the side. Maybe finish them off video. 2 dessert items. I mean, they were really trying to make this the most popular MRE ever. You got your cherry blueberry cobbler, which is one of the best desserts. It's way better if you have time to heat it up. But like I said, combat arms, probably eating these things cold anyways. Just for the simple fact that you don't really have a lot of time, or you're just in a firing position and you're just taking stuff out of your pocket to eat. This is what that looks like. It looks like a congealed mess of nastiness. but it really is good. You gotta trust me on this, or go online. You can buy MREs on the internet. Um, I get mine from the commissary if I'm gonna buy them. If I'm going to the field for a long time and the unit's paying for my food, I can get them from the unit. This is the bomb. Ashley, would you like to try off camera? So yeah, the blueberry cherry cobbler is probably the best thing you can get out of an MRE, other than the jalapeno chickens. Oh man, yeah. What a lot of people will do is they'll just heat up their pizza or something like that, and they'll eat their dessert first. It's a very common thing to do. Because, I mean, it does take about 5 to 10 minutes for those things to heat up. You know what, though? I didn't have a rock or something, so I wouldn't have been able to prop it up to heat up properly anyways. Yeah. Always make sure I have at least one spoon in my cargo pockets, because you never know when an MRE is not going to come with a spoon. Or if you can use the spoon to make tripwires with claymores, but that's probably not a YouTube safe subject, so I won't go over that. So your chocolate chip chunk cookie, second dessert. Got that nice MRE cookie fall apart feel to it. Flavor's pretty good. You want to try the cookie? Again, throw this thing in the MRE heater for a couple minutes so that it's nice and warm. Probably falls apart less easily, less crummy. Chocolate melts a little bit. Tastes great. I mean, it doesn't taste bad now, but it would taste better. All right, and then you have your chocolate protein drink powder. Maybe this is like a breakfast MRE. So one of my favorite MREs to get, and nobody else seems to like it, is the sausage gravy MRE. And I like it because I am from the South originally, and I like biscuits and gravy. When you take a cracker packet and you crunch it up inside the sausage gravy, and you get the approximation of biscuits and gravy. Alright, so the protein shake, it's got the little Ziploc seal thing on top. You've got this line, your fill line for water. This is not a canteen, so the water will probably taste better. Fill it up to that line. You seal this and hope it works. So the seal isn't good enough to really squeeze and put any type of actual pressure on it to make sure that everything's getting mixed up. And I never like to turn it upside down because I've turned it upside down once and paid the price. and I generally don't like the way these things taste. They taste chalky, and it's pretty nasty. But I'll actually pour it in the glass so that you can see what it looks like when it comes out. Yeah, no, that didn't mix at all. Yeah, no, that's definitely what you want going into your belly. Something that is that consistency, that color. I think that something that they don't tell you about is the food coloring that they put in the MREs. Hang on. Hold on. The food color that they put in the MREs strategically makes your poop darker. And that is for a reason. Because if people come upon, they can study your stool, and darker stool means you're getting more nutrition, you're healthier, whereas lighter stool means that your body is absorbing a lot more of the nutrition, therefore it's lighter. That's scalp tricks. Scouts will use that to, and also, the consistency, like runny or like this, or harder. Like the runnier means it's not as healthy, where the harder stool is definitely shows better health, better morale. If you don't find any poop, they're not eating, and that's you can use that against people. So. Yeah. Oh. Let's get the teen perspective. Chocolate protein shake. She didn't even take a full drink. She like took it out with a spoon. What do you think? She's like, whatever. Yeah, I'm not drinking that. No, that's absolutely horrible. My verdict on the MRE overall, it's good. I mean, the accessories that you get with it are probably better than the pizza itself, right? So it's like the super accessory pack. You got your cheese with jalapenos, you got the cookie, you got the cobbler. I mean, even if you don't like those things, you can trade those things for what you do like, because they're going to be in high demand. The protein shake, as always, is a no-go for me. I don't know who drinks those and who likes them. I've never met anybody that actually likes them. Pizza itself, it works. I had to eat it cold. Not the best way, I'm sure, not the way that Natick Labs intended that MRE to be eaten, but all MREs have to be able to be eaten hot and cold. Was it equivalent to day-old Pizza Hut or Domino's? No, not even close. Maybe hot, it would compare to cold delivery pizza. But if you want a little taste of home or that joy of pizza while you're at NTC or JRTC, that might do it for you until you can get back to the rare. But it's underwhelming. Until next time, this has been Malakats Goes. You can like and subscribe. Leave any comments if you've had the MRE. Let me know what you think. If you haven't had the MRE but you've had other MREs, tell me what your favorite meal is. Tell me what your favorite, side item is. I used to love the chocolate covered cookie bar. And I used to get the chicken lo mein specifically to get the chocolate covered cookie bar. I wouldn't actually eat the chicken lo mein part. I would eat the lo mein noodles separate. But I would trade the chicken to somebody else and get something else. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.